back to Sunrise Daily, our closing moment here, or closing segment rather, and this time we're looking at a political matter. We're looking at the internal crisis or affairs of the People's Democratic Party, and to help us understand what's happening there, we have Oyeniyi, who is a member of the People's Democratic Party and a legislative consultant. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, Nigerians.
So, real quick, what's going on? What's this, as I say, storm in the teacup in the People's Democratic Party?
What is going on? You know what is going on? Everybody knows what is actually going on. No, but the issue didn't start today. The issue actually started, I think, immediately after the presidential primaries. There are some group of people agitating that we have to flip the chairmanship back to the south because we are having the chairmanship from the north. Since we are now having the presidential candidate, excuse me, from the north, then the chairmanship must have. Well, we definitely have to go back to the south. But you know when this meeting started going to London here, the candidate himself, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, meeting with them and the he said something, made a statement about the issue being a constitutional issue. Because you see in PDP, the NWC we are having now, before the last NWC, like the way it is done is that when you have, like we're having the chairmanship, the chairman and other positions from the north, national secretary and others from the south, the next convention, those positions are going to be flipped. Those positions in the south will have to come to the north. Those in the north will have to go to the south. So in the case of those making agitation that only the chairmanship should be changed, there's no way the party can have national chairman of the party from the south and the national secretary from the south. There's no way. So that is where the issue, that is where the problem actually started from. So there's no way except the entire NWC will have to be disbanded. And they couldn't have done an emergency convention to... It's possible, but you know when you are negotiating between sides, if you are negotiating with me, if you are bringing that proposal, it now depends on me to accept your proposal, whether we should disband all, and we flip, or we are not going to disband. We heard Governor Wike persistently saying, only how you should go, only how you should go. But that can't be done.
Well, it didn't quite work out initially, at least before the elections. After the elections, we now saw another drama. The ward from where Mr. Ayu comes from, suspended him, and then, I'm trying to remember what eventually happened. Well, I think they also went to court. I mean, not that particular, not the ward, but there was also a case in court asking him to step down for him not to be recognized as the national chairman. So indeed, according to the PDP, they said they decided to respect the court order and, and asked him to, to step down. But before that time, there had been a number of issues which he had decisions which he had taken, or the NWC under his leadership had taken, which was to suspend a number of some leaders, within prominent leaders within the PDP, and also, ask for Governor Tom to face disciplinary panel. But shortly after he stepped down, then we saw a vote fast. Where the NWC now, under the leadership of Mr. Damagum, is now saying that those suspensions have been reversed. And I think Mr. Ayu is not also going to, beg your pardon, Governor Tom is also not going to be facing any disciplinary panel as well. So people are wondering, even though the actions were not instituted from, will I say the NWC, or will I say from within the leadership, of the PDP, it does appear that there's a different script that is in play right now. What exactly is happening in respect of that? Actually,
let me start from the suspension from the ward level. The way people who are actually playing that script they were trying to follow the APC, the way Oshomole was removed from. But PDP and the APC, they don't operate the same constitution. According to PDP constitution, you have to be the neck. That's the neck. That's the National Executive Committee that will have to deal with the neck members, all neck members, including suspension, whatever. Not ward level, not even state, not even zona.
Yeah, we understand the ward executive they have now been suspended.
When that happened, that was why the NWC then, under how you said, the chairman goes nowhere. But when the issue is now in court, and one thing about court is that whether a court order is, whether it is genuine, whether it is, whether it is right or wrong, in as one is a order from court, you have to obey. You have to obey first, then until you vacate that particular order, or there's another superior order to that. You understand? That was, and PDP is a kind of political party that obeys court orders and constitutional authority. So when the court order came, There's nothing to be done apart from obeying the court order, and that was done. And then the deputy from the north, Damagu, took over in acting capacity. And when he came, we now have a new NWC, because we have IU-led now. We now have Damagu-led NWC rather. So now, and it's like you said, those positions were taken by the NWC under IU, that the suspension and the invitation of Governor Otom to face the disciplinary committee. Then when Damagu came on board, those things were thrown away. And we can't. I'm not a member of NWC. I wasn't in the meeting. I don't know how they arrived at that. But I think one, that position, the throwing away of those suspensions, I think in a way will help the party. And in another way, we present the party as a weak party. When you take decision, I think you have to be firm with your decision, because those decisions were taken because some people actually worked against the party, and they were even saying it outside. They were not even hiding it. They said you actually have facts. The party is in command of so many facts concerning that, and they took that decision. I don't know the facts they are now having to reverse those decisions. These people come on TV, to radio, and even openly social media to say they were happy. They were happy to have worked against the party, giving victory of the party to another party.
This whole thing that's happening now, if you could just answer this real quick. Some will say it's when you see smoke, it's a product of embers that have been smoldering for a long time. Yes. So were there issues in the party long before even the presidential primaries that maybe were not looked at critically, or we're just riding over them?
Yeah, there were issues of zoning. First, before the national convention, we have a Ungwanyi committee that zoned the party positions, some to the south, some to the north. Then we now had Governor Otom's committee again on zoning of elective positions. See, when people are talking of this G5 and the other equity group or integrity group, whatever, Governor Otom himself was the chairman of the committee. What stopped? Nothing stops him from zoning his committee, zoning the presidential ticket to the south. But it was thrown out. When you throw something out like that, when you throw it open, that is to say, any member of the party that has purchased the form can get the position. So when Elijah Atiku Abubakar got the position, so I don't see where we should be having wrangling and all these things should be coming from. The positions should have been actually outrightly should have been zoned before, but it was not zoned by Otom's committee.
What some people are also saying, Mr. Damagum was a part of the NWC when Mr. Ayu led it as a deputy national chairman North. So I am wondering, some people will say that perhaps, would you say that the decisions that were taken under his leadership were not popular at the time?
I won't say that. I won't say. I've been a member of a committee before. I've served at the party level and other outside party. When you are in a meeting, majority will always carry the vote, except when you want to force them. When you want to force your decision as the chairman on the committee, you can. When you see that your decision is not being taken, you can call for a break. By the time when they go for break, you announce from there. You will not even come back to the committee, but that will still cause another rancor. But you understand me now. I wouldn't say the decision wasn't popular. It depends on the majority of those people who voted then. Then, depending on the majority of people who voted under Damagu, we shouldn't overlook the issue that we have two scenarios. When Ayu was taking those decisions, he has not been suspended. There was no court order. But under Damagu, there was suspension, and we have court order in place. So those data, those facts will have kind of shifted people's support to the proposal from what the stand they took under Ayu to another stand they took under Damagu.
How do you see the PDP moving forward? Because it does appear that the idea behind this is reconciliation.
Yes.
Do you think that members, warring members within the party can still be reconciled, or do you think it's beyond repair?
Yes. Well, we can still be reconciled. You know why I say we can still be reconciled? Because some of us were not aggrieved. There were some people who were aggrieved before. And I think what they were agitating for is gradually coming to place. They now say those people who work against the party and we that work for the party, we should just collapse everything together, we should be one. But there are some of us who were I won't say attacked physically, who were attacked, but not physical attack, because we stood our ground that we are going to work for the party. You understand me? No, actually, there are some of us that we don't have. It's not as if we have all our expectations met. But party position is supreme. We have to go with the party. You understand me? But there are some people now who, like, we are in the same party. You and I, we are in the same party, and we're supposed to work for the same time. You are working against me openly like this on the election day, and the next day, or let's say a week later, or a month later, they now say, whatever I have done, whatever you have done, we should overlook them. We should come back together again. It will not be easy, right? It will not be easy. Now, some of us now we are now aggrieved. We are the aggrieved now. We are the obedient. We obey the party directive. We are now aggrieved. But what I will tell both people who are aggrieved before, like we have been telling them, we are aggrieved now. We still, because we are from the same family. If the way it happened to us when those people were aggrieved that we couldn't move forward. No, you cannot be running and you are dragging loads. You understand me now? We should, or some of us too, we have to now try as much as possible to cheat our own swords and try to have large heart. They have done what they want to do. We have done what we want to do. God has rewarded us where He will reward us. Where we cannot have result. We are not. That's how I think faith. What faith threw at us. We should just allow everything to go. We should allow bygone to be bygone, that we can move forward and have a successful and effective party. Opposition party, or if we can come through judiciary, if you can come on board, so be it.
Mr. Oyeniyi, thank you so much. Mr. Akinloye Oyeniyi is a member of the People's Democratic Party and the legislative consultant. Thank you. Let's hope that your party will get to resolve its issues and move on.
By the grace of God.
Let peace reign. Thank you so much.